What's up, family? I know this thing be recording quickly. Yes, we are on. What is up? Am I being heard right now? Now I'm being heard. All right, all right. Let me see. What is up? Y'all come on in and make sure that I'm being heard. Let me turn this off. Can y'all hear me? If you are in the building right now, say what's up, please, so that I can know what's going on here. Let me know that I am heard. What is up? We gotta talk. We need to talk because this slave mentality, it needs to stop. I got a like in here. That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up, Michael Conway? Listen, this slave mentality, it has to stop. So y'all let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know what's up. I got a story to tell y'all where I just dealt with like some niggatry. I just dealt with like some bullshit. Not necessarily dealt with, but I just experienced some bullshit at a car dealership right now. And I want to talk to y'all about it because this slave mentality, it really has to stop. We got to stop with the slave mentality. We really do. And so let's talk about it. I want to talk to y'all about this slave mentality. What is up, family? We got to talk about this slave mentality because this is the problem. You know, people are always talking about black people need to do this, black people need to do that. It's time for black people to move forward and so on and so forth. But it literally starts with the mentality. What's up, the Queen Key? Greetings, everyone. From old to new, I'm so inspired by your messages at this point of our journey. Thank you, Queen. My pleasure. Thank you. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. I love when the content is timeless. That's beautiful. Let me tell y'all what just happened to me at a car dealership, right? So me and some of my homegirls, we just came from having lunch and we've been thinking about trading in my car to get a big one because we're about to have a baby, right? And our family is growing. And because our family is growing, we need a bigger vehicle. So I pull up to the car dealership. I get out the car. There are three black men sitting in front of the dealership. These are workers. There are three black men that work at this dealership. They are sitting in the front of the dealership where I have to pass and literally walk by them to get into the door. I'm expecting, because I have certain expectations of how I should be treated no matter where I am at, I am expecting these brothers to, one, open the door, two, greet me, three, let's start talking some business. This is what I was expecting, right? Because that's normal. When you go to a car dealership, a whole bunch of people are going to be coming up to you to talk, so on and so forth. Neither one of these brothers said anything to me. They didn't open the door. They didn't do shit. And that was weird to me. I was like, okay, maybe this is some lazy nigga shit. And I was like, okay, well, if they just some lazy Negroes, then, you know, it is what it is. They're not going to make no money. It is what it is. So for those of y'all who are just coming in, y'all, the slave mentality, what we're talking about right now is that the slave mentality has to stop. And us people who are more conscious, who are more aware, we got to kind of adjust our expectations of people. And then not only that, when people don't live up to those expectations, they need to be called out on it. Okay? So I'm at the dealership. You know, I go to the dealership, three brothers, they probably between 30 and 35, somewhere, you know, between that age. Black men, three of them. I go to the front door. Nobody opens the door. Nobody greets me. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, that's weird, right? That's weird. Because regardless of anything, you would think that men are going to open the door. They're going to greet you. They're at work. They're trying to make some money. Boom. I go in and I am greeted kindly respectfully, by a Hispanic man, right? A Hispanic man comes up to me, greets me, asks me questions. What am I needing? What am I looking for? Perfect. After he helps me out, I'm sitting down in the dealership because I'm waiting. They're appraising my car because we're about to trade our car in. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just kind of observing everything that's going on, y'all. Why? I saw three white people, a white woman, a white man, and a white family. All three of those brothers who were sitting, black men that were sitting in the front of the dealership when I walked in, each one of them got up one at a time to open to the door for these Caucasians and greeted them. Oh, I was so in shock. Y'all, I was so in shock that these black men would be such slaves. I could not, it pissed me off. I was instantaneously pissed. And I just watched them one by one get up and open the door for white person after white person after white person. And I don't have a problem with white people at all. That is not the issue. My issue right now is with black men. Just got to call it how I see it. Because in this time right now, there's so many people, oh, protect black men and black people got to do better in this and all of this. And I walk my black Nubian queen pregnant ass through the front door of a dealership of a place where money is spent and money is made. And I'm coming here, ready to talk business. And neither one of these black men had the decency to open the door for me, to greet me, and to ask me what I needed. And as I'm sitting at the front of the dealership, I watched them one by one do it for white people. Oh my God. I could not believe it. And instantly I was reminded that this slave mentality is real. This slave mentality is real. And we got all of this stuff out there talking about black people this, we do this, we do this. And I'm like, do you got to be conscious or have a certain level of awareness to understand that you should be opening the door for a black woman? Regardless of if she's going to buy something or not, regardless of what she can do for you or not, this slave mentality has to stop. I realized in that moment that these brothers were multiple things. One, they clearly have not been raised right, period. I mean, that's just all I can. My son is 5 years old and he opens the door for women. At 5 years old. Even if the door is heavy, he's struggling to open the door. And then when he gets it open, he's holding his arm out like this, like, come on in. But these three brothers, I can't even call them brothers now. I can't even call them brothers. These three niggas, excuse my language for anybody who has sensitive ears. These three niggas, Negroes, did not have the decency to open the door for me, a pregnant black woman, and we can even take out the pregnant, just the black woman in general. But they did it for three white people, back to back to back. I couldn't believe that I observed that. I couldn't believe that I was a vessel to observe this real slave mentality, y'all. It's crazy. But you want to know something that I also realized about myself is that I be having expectations of people that some people are just not conscious enough, aware enough to even uphold. There are so many people, y'all, that we deal with on a daily basis who are literally asleep. Who are literally the walking dead. Who are literally existing on autopilot. And you know what was so funny was I was like, damn, y'all not even gonna make no money today. Just off of that. Y'all might not make no money this month or next month just off of that energy. Just off of that energy of you not honoring, respecting, and recognizing who I am and what this is, you not even gonna make any money. And then y'all sitting on y'all asses anyways. Y'all not even up getting active trying to figure it out. Y'all just sitting down. The slave mentality has to stop. We see all the posts on Instagram. Respect black women, protect black men, protect, 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 protect. But if a person's psyche does not see the value in themselves, they cannot see the value in other people. If a black man cannot see the value in a black woman, he's out of there. There is no transformation. There is no rising in power. There is no black people taking over, and that's just not going to happen. Y'all, I seriously cannot believe that I was having this experience. I was like, wow. Wow. Yeah, I had to really realize that. And it's funny because with this full moon and Sagittarius energy, what I was telling myself was that I'm releasing these expectations of people. I'm releasing these expectations. Peace, Lavaro. You wanted to join on here, Lavaro 22? I don't know what any of this stuff is. I never had nobody on Instagram Live. Let me know in the comments what's up. So for this full moon energy, one of the things that I was telling myself and I was working on was I am releasing having these expectations of people who are not conscious. Ooh. Ooh. How am I have expectations of someone who is not even aware of themselves? I'm talking to y'all, family. This really is a message for all of us. We are having expectations of people who are not even aware of themselves. They are not even aware of why they do what they do. What's up, DJ Walla? What's up, brother? We are having expectations of people who do not have any understanding of where their fuel, where their intentions. They don't have any understanding of why they do what they do. Appreciate the love, Mad Titan. You always show love. I heard you showing love on Miss Blue the other day. Wow. Y'all, I'm realizing that I literally have to remove expectations and standards from people who are simply unaware. Wow. And this could be your mama, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your partner, your children, whatever. Remove the expectation of people who are unaware. It's just that simple. I was expecting these black men to treat me as the royalty that I am. But if they don't understand, love, and appreciate who they are, how can they give that to me? See, I give that to me. I carry myself that way. And so as I'm navigating the world, I'm expecting to receive that back, and I'm going to give that out. Please, thank you. All of that good stuff, having good manners, engaging with people from a high vibrational state of being. But I'm telling y'all, if we continue to have expectations of people who are literally zombies, walking dead, who don't have an understanding of what fuels them, it's not going to happen. These black men were jumping up so fast to open that door for them. I was just, my mouth dropped. Okay? My mouth literally dropped. And here's the thing, y'all. We got to hold people accountable. Even if a person is unaware of the effects they are having on you, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever, I think it is our right to communicate that. I think it is our right to communicate that so that we can set standards, so that we can set boundaries, so that we can create a clear understanding of how we desire to be treated. And if a person is not able to treat you in the way that you want to be treated, then that just lets you know that it is time to distance my relationship with you, or it's time to change or transform the way in which that I relate to you, the way in which I relate to that person. Okay? And so, dreamer's beauty. Ooh, I wanted to tell them so bad, but it was 3 of them and 1 me. And I knew I could do it, but that's something internally that I'm working on. I really wanted to go and tell those brothers, because even when I left, I had been there for about 30 minutes. Even when I left, they opened the door for the white people, greeted them, asked them what they needed, and then went back and sat back down outside. I'm like, y'all are not even in grind mode. Y'all are not even trying to. And so my plan was, if the opportunity presented itself, my plan was, because there were a couple of older black men there. Yeah, it was hard. I wanted to tell those brothers so bad. I wanted to say, it's kind of, I didn't even know how to even present to them what their behavior was. I was trying to figure out, okay, how do I go up to 3 black men and tell them, hey, I walked up here right in front of all 3 of y'all. Neither one of y'all opened the door, greeted me, anything. And as I sat down in the foyer, in the lobby of this dealership, I observed each one of you get up and open the door for a white person, a white man, a white woman, and a white family. But me, your sister, a person who experiences, the same, who can see the world from the same lens that you see it, you didn't have the awareness, the consciousness to get up and open the door for me. That's not cool, brothers. And so I wanted to have that conversation with them, but I also couldn't really see how to go about initiating that conversation. And so while I was there, I was asking Spirit, I was like, okay, send the black elder over here. Because as I was observing the dealership, I could see that there were about 2 older black men that were in there. You knew they were older, they were bald headed, they had gray beards. I'm like, send one of them over in my direction. Let them walk past me so that I can stop them and literally say to them, I don't know about the culture y'all are ingraining in these young black men, but I walked through that door and neither one of them greeted me or opened up the door for me, but they did it for 3 white people, separate times. So I don't know about what the culture is that y'all are doing here, but it needs to change. So I wanted to tell a black elder in this space so that elder could relay the message to them. But none of the elders walked in my path, and they were over there somewhere working with other people. And so the opportunity wasn't really there. And when I walked out, I wanted to say it so bad, but I was just like, So that just lets me know that there's something for me to work on. And that's okay. Now I need to work on being able to verbalize and speak what it is that I'm feeling when somebody is violating my standards, my requirements, my boundaries, my desires. When somebody is not doing what I would like to be done for me to have a certain level of respect, of joy, and even excitement to even be in this space, this is what needs to happen. And so it's a lesson learned for me as well. Okay? But what I've truly got to see on a very deep, intrinsic level is that this slave mentality still exists, and that black men will treat a white man, a white woman, and a white child better than he will treat his black counterpart. Is what it is. And of course, I'm not saying that that's all people, but that was 3 different black men that looked like they were all around the same age. So maybe it can be a generational thing. But it was ridiculous. And I couldn't believe that I was sitting there witnessing that. And I cannot take back that I did not stop and say that to them. My real hope is that some way, somehow, this video connects with one of them and they see it and be like, damn, that little look like that. I don't know what's going to happen. But I trust, I don't know. All I can say is that this slave mentality must stop, because to me that represented some slave shit. Yes, massa, let me get the door for you. But then your own black woman, you don't have that same get up, that same urgency. That's a problem. That's a major problem. In my eyes, in my perspective, it doesn't make any sense. And I grew up with all brothers. All I have is brothers. Family. I got 5 brothers. I got 4 brothers. I count my cousin Cece as a brother because we lived together our whole life. I have 4 brothers. I count 5 for my cousin. So I know good black men. I know good black men. I know that they exist out there. But if we are really expecting this change, this transformation, this world for the better, and being pro-black, and y'all out there doing damn protest and all of these things like that, but the simple understanding of when you are in the presence of a black woman, there's a certain way that she should be treated. If we don't have that understanding, all of this transformation and building black wealth and building up Black Wall Street and black people doing this and black family, that shit ain't existing. So we got to let it go. Y'all can keep going to protest and doing all of that stuff all you want to. If the mentality of honoring black women, black men, black children does not exist, no matter how many times you go out there and you stand up in front of the courthouse and you stand on the streets and you say this, this, and this, and this, ain't nothing gonna happen. Because you got black men who are getting up and running to open the door for white people. And again, this has nothing to do with white people. I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with that. This has to do with me saying that we have to hold each other to a whole new standard of accountability. So even when somebody, and here's the thing, people, we got to still understand that some people are simply unaware. And some people are simply on autopilot. And some people are simply the walking dead. They don't know why they do what they do. They just getting up and going. They have no conscious awareness. They sleep, eat. That's all they do. Sleep, eat, go to the bathroom, get a little busy. That's all they do. No conscious awareness of why they're doing what they are doing. But what I will say, it is our responsibility as the people who do have awareness, who do understand the way the mind works, who do understand mentality and spirituality and these certain standards that we really need to be holding ourselves to. As people who do understand that, we have to hold people accountable. Okay? You got to tell people when they are not treating you in the way that you would like to be treated, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. So I learned my lesson today. Even though it was three black men, I'm clearly stronger than them, smarter than them, I'm clearly all of that because I have a certain level of awareness, a certain level of spirituality, a certain level of connectedness. So I really could have called them out on their bullshit. I really could have. But I didn't fully feel comfortable doing that. So the lesson that I've learned today was that I got an army of ancestors, spirit guides, angels who have my back. And no matter what situation is going on, I am strong enough to stand in my truth, to stand in my authenticity and speak my truth. That's the lesson I learned today. Let me recap y'all on what happened because I got family just coming in. What's up, D? Let me tell you what just happened, D. So right after we left from going out to eat, D, I told you I was going to the dealership. I went to 2 dealerships because I wanted to get some information because I'm trying to buy a car soon. I go to the dealership. 3 black men are sitting down right in front of the door at the dealership. Neither one of them get up to open the door for me, to greet me, to ask me what I needed. Neither one of them did that. I got greeted by a nice old Spanish man. He came straight at me, said, "Hey, what do you need? Let me get you situated," and gave me great information to get us started on purchasing our new car. But as I'm sitting down, waiting for I was getting my car appraised. As I'm sitting down, getting my car appraised and doing this and this and that, I see those same three brothers that did not open the door for me, a beautiful black queen, a goddess, to be frank, a pregnant one at that. I see these three black men get up to open the door for three separate white people, right? They open the door for a white woman. They open the door for a white man. They open the door for a white family. Three black men on three separate occasions did not. All three of them should have been fighting to open the door for me. Do you understand? But see, now they just missed out on their blessing. Now y'all ain't making no sales today. That's why y'all sitting on the dock of the bay looking sad. You're not making no sales today because you didn't even open up the door for a goddess, the creator of all of this, silly. You jumped up to open the door, greet these people, and did not have enough common sense, decency, spiritual awareness. They didn't have enough spiritual awareness to see this beautiful pregnant woman. They are so zombified that they did not even see my light and run to open the door for me. But they saw these European people and ran to the door. Oh, God. I could not believe it. And you cannot miss this belly. You cannot miss this belly. Y'all are crazy. Crazy. And it's exactly what you are saying, Knee Relief Chronicle. The self-hate and the slave mentality is so deeply ingrained. We better recognize. It's scary to me. Like, I'm almost getting a little bit, my eyes are watering over it because I couldn't believe that I witnessed that. Wow. I couldn't believe that I witnessed such a lack of self-respect that they could not see a mother. I mean, it's the self-hate. It really blew my mind because I don't see us, and Dream told y'all this on Sunday service. I'm generally a very positive, open-minded, high vibrational being. That's just who I am. I've always been this way. I've always been the person that was smiling, that was helping to make people feel good. I've always been a healer. Period. I've always been a healer. I've always shed light. I've always seen the best in people. But I'm telling you, over these last couple of weeks, over these last couple of months, Spirit has been showing me that y'all gotta excuse me. Let me take some water. Spirit has literally been showing me that people, even your family, they can't, they can't see, they can't feel. And that's weird to a person like me. So it's like I'm having to accept, I'm having to accept, like Soul Matter said, we are not the same. We are literally not the same. No matter how much, we may look alike. And let me add, I'm also super emotional because I'm super pregnant. Not only that, this full moon energy, I've literally cried every day over the last 3 days. No bullshit. Over the last 3 days, I've cried every day. And it's been good. Like, please, I'm not sad at all, but it's like a purging that's really taking place. It's like a purging that's really taking place of many, many realizations of shit that I really need to understand and let go. Even when it comes to people that you love the most. It's so funny because one of the guys there at the dealership remind me of my younger brother. Had on a cap. My younger brother always wears a cap. Had on some little Nike Air Max shoes with like some high socks. That's my younger brother's swag. And so when I'm seeing him, I'm seeing my younger brother. That's a whole nother sensitive topic. But we're not the same. And me, I'm learning that sometimes I can be naive and think that people really understand and think that people really have my best interest at heart. Or, they want the best for me or they want the best for other people like I want the best for them. That shit's an illusion. And I'm having to accept that right now on a very deep level. That some people, they cannot stand the light that I give off. They cannot handle it. Some people cannot handle the light that you give off, the love that you give off. They don't understand how you are doing what you're doing. They don't understand how I'm doing what I'm doing. People don't understand me. How? And you can't appreciate what you don't really understand, what you don't get, what you don't resonate with. So I'm having to release this belief that all people are good, that people, because I'm a person who vibrates from a love frequency, because I'm a person who vibrates from a love frequency, because I'm a person whose heart chakra is open, because I'm a person who wants the best for everybody, because I'm that person, I can expect other people to be that way towards me. And having that expectation is feeling a lot like a letdown. Having that expectation is feeling a lot like a letdown. And so as the tears flow over the last 3 days, it literally has been like, oh, just purge it, just let it go, just let it go. And it's just like, y'all know the old saying, treat people how you want to be treated. I mean, that's been my understanding. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It's basic understanding, right? People aren't getting it. People that I'm engaging with aren't getting it. And it's like, okay, Desiree, okay, D-Ray, okay. Accept it. Accept it and keep moving forward. But in the same breath, I want to reaffirm to myself that it is okay to express that. You know, it's okay to express that, because if we don't ever have the conversation, if we don't ever say nothing, then the shit really keeps going on. But if we can verbalize and speak whatever it is that we're feeling, whatever it is that we're thinking, if we can speak it and then allow it to, I love it. If we can speak it and then accept what a person does or does not do, now there's a greater level of freedom in that. There's a greater level of freedom in that, because if a person does have good intentions, then they're going to do their best to make some adjustments to give you what you are needing. But people who are unconscious and people who are unaware, they're not going to get it. And that has been something that is so difficult to accept, especially when you love. When you love and when you have love to give. When you love and you have love to give, and people are not even in a space to receive your love or reciprocate your love. And they're not in that space because they have not been trained to do so. Or they are so caught up in the minutia of everyday life that they totally cannot, they're blind. Sleep. But everybody want to be woke. Everybody talking about, you woke and I'm this and I'm conscious and I'm. It's just crazy, y'all. And so I say all of that to say, family, the slave mentality must stop. Is it ever really going to stop? To be honest, y'all, I don't think so. I don't think so. And I need to accept the fact that there are going to be people that I engage with, that I run into, who are completely unconscious, who are completely dead on the inside. And no matter how much I want them to see what I see, to experience what I've experienced, to connect with themselves on a deeper level, and to connect with others on a deeper level, and to connect with me on a deeper spiritual level, for some people it will never happen. Not in this lifetime. They probably got lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes to go. Three black men. 3. Totally unaware. Dead. Zombies. Trying to make some money. Ain't making no money because you just missed an opportunity. That's how spirit works. That's how spirit works. You just missed an opportunity to be an opener of the way for a goddess, for a queen, for whatever it is you resonate with. You just missed that opportunity, so you're not making no money today. That's why you're sitting on your ass anyways. But yeah, I realized that I really gotta, and here's the crazy part, y'all, about expectations. You don't realize you have them until somebody lets you down. Ain't that a damn mess? You don't realize that you even have an expectation until the expectation is not met. But see, here's the shift that I'm taking. When it comes to people who are unconscious, When it comes to people who are unconscious, who are unaware, like those brothers today, excuse me, I really just need it really emotionally, it's just fuck it. Hey, whatever. They unconscious. They done miss an opportunity to bless a goddess, and therefore they just missed an opportunity for themselves to be blessed. Cause that's just what it is. That's just straight up here what it is. I know that. But when it comes to the people that we love, peace, divine mind, peace, finding my own way, peace to everybody who has come into the room. Thank you, Stellar Jewel. Thank y'all. Thank you. So, when it comes to the people that I love and the people who I care to be in relationship with, no matter how conscious or unconscious they are, what I'm going to start doing is still setting my requirement. Okay? It's setting my requirements. So like I said, the brother today, one of the guys that was sitting out there today, he reminded me of my younger brother. And it really let me know that I need to have a conversation with my younger brother. I really do. My younger brother and we haven't been meeting eye to eye for shit just like this. A lack of consciousness, a lack of awareness, a lack of thoughtfulness, a lack of love. And so we got to have a conversation. Appreciate the love, kindred spirit. What's up, fam? So we got to have a conversation. And in that conversation, it is my responsibility to state what I require. And if he cannot live up to that, I need to accept that and be okay with that. And that's hard as hell to do, y'all. That is so hard. It is so hard to be like, okay, this is how you are moving. I don't like it, but I got to accept it. I got to release it. I'm still trying to figure it out, y'all. I have not figured it out. I have not figured it out, but I'm working on it. I have not figured it out, family, but I'm working on it. But we have to be able to speak and confess and admit when we require something and when we feel a way. That hurt my feelings when you did that. And let me tell you who's the master of it. Dream, oh God, he gonna tell me every single time. It could be the smallest of things that he gonna tell me. And I could appreciate it right now. And I could appreciate it because that's what's going to keep our relationship where it needs to be. That's not to say that every time he does say something that I agree, but I can hear it. I can listen, I can get it, I can understand it. It has to happen, family. So if you have been, like I have been in the past, where you will feel away, you feel uncomfortable, you feel let down, you feel violated, I'm challenging you, just like I'm challenging myself, to be able to voice that, to be able to speak that, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Because when we don't speak it, what we are saying to our subconscious mind and what we are saying to our higher selves is that we put our own wants, our own needs, our own desires on the back burner. What I want, what I need, what I desire is on the back burner. It doesn't matter. And that shit has to stop. It has to stop. I'm going to tell y'all, my brother, my younger brother, whose name I will not say, he got to come see me. He got to come see me. His wife got to come see me too. I'm done with it. I had to learn this lesson, family. Thank you, Iman, for the donation, sis. I love you. I'm learning this lesson. And see, here's the thing. When I was all pissed off about everything that was happening with my younger brother this past weekend, I was all pissed off, mad, like, fuck it, I'm done. Dream told me, but that's not even you. And it's not. It's not me to just be like, I'm done with a person. I'm cutting off. That's not even my personality. Because immediately when I get into a space and when I'm around somebody, no matter how much they may not like me, I'm still giving them love. And so I'm learning now to create balance in giving people grace and mercy, because everybody needs some grace and mercy. Y'all understand that everybody needs some grace, everybody needs some mercy. Not everything somebody does that causes you hurt, that causes you pain, is intentional. Oh, you are so right, Iman, and I know that, and that pulls on my heart. I am a pure example of love. And even with me being a pure example of love, I can still cause somebody hurt unconsciously. I can still hurt somebody's feelings unconsciously. It's not on purpose. I didn't do it intentionally. Okay? And I have to still be able to give grace and mercy to people who I love, who caused me hurt and who caused me pain, and they didn't do it intentionally. They did it unconsciously. There's a difference. And so in giving someone grace, in giving someone mercy, it's important to be able to communicate what you are feeling or what you are experiencing so that that person can consciously decide to do something different. That's what time it is. If we're wanting to expand, and hey, listen, my territory is expanding, and Spirit is really letting me know, listen here, Desiree, D-Ray Wise, you about to be dealing and touching it with so many people. And you got to understand that everybody is not going to move, think, and understand the way that you do. And what are you going to do? Every time somebody steps on your toes, anytime somebody does something, are you going to let that affect you emotionally? I can't. I can't, because if I did that, I'll be drained. And I wouldn't have the same passion, the same power, the same purpose that I approach the world with. And so what I'm learning right now is that I have to remove some expectation from people who I know are not aware, who are not conscious. Therefore, when they do step on my toes, when they do all the different things that they do, my emotions are not all up and down and everywhere else. It's not healthy for me. It is not healthy for me. It is not healthy for you to allow people outside of our home or even inside of our home to pull us outside of our vibration. See, my younger brother, last week, I was out of my vibration. I was not myself. And I literally had to forgive myself for that. On that full moon, actually the night before the full moon, I was thinking about my younger brother, start crying. And I was just like, damn, I cannot believe that I let his unawareness, I cannot believe that I let his unawareness cause me so much anger and frustration. And it's because I love my brother so much. Like, before Dream and before my kids, if you asked me who do I love more, my mother, my brother, and my father, my brother was going to be my answer. So when he did not show up for me the way that I wanted him to show up for me, that angered me. But more than it angered me, it saddened me. I was sad. I was hurt. And that sadness and that hurt what led to anger, and it led to me saying some things that I don't even really mean. But I felt like I meant it. I felt like I meant it, but I really didn't, because I love my brother and I wish the best for my brother, and I want a relationship with my brother that is healthy, that is whole, that is of love. Okay? But I had to forgive myself for having such a standard for my brother, knowing that he is only existing on a certain level of consciousness, knowing that he is not intentional about what he is doing, about what he is saying, about how he is living. Okay? Those brothers at the dealership, they are not intentional about how they are living, about what they are doing, about how they are existing in this realm. So why would I have such an expectation of them when they have no awareness and no consciousness? These expectations, I'm realizing now, have caused me some hurt and pain. And that's not to say that I should delete all expectations, because I think that's just unrealistic. But what I do need to do is really understand that everybody is not vibrating from the same level of love and understanding that I'm vibrating from. We are just not the same. Some people can recognize your light, but they can't handle the glare. Shout out to Common. Common said some people recognize light, but they can't handle the glare. There are people who cannot handle my glare. There are people who cannot handle your glare. There are people who cannot handle your light. And because they cannot handle your light, because they have not recognized the light that is within them, how can you expect them to treat you in a certain way? You can't. It's not going to work. You're going to be disappointed. I'm telling you, I was disappointed today. I was disappointed last week. But I'm grateful for the experience, because what I have learned and what I am learning right now is that I get to choose. I get to choose. Them 3 brothers at that dealership I will never see again. And I know for a fact they ain't made no money today. And that ain't me wishing no ill will on them. But their energy says to me they ain't making no money. Because they sitting on the bench looking pitiful, and you getting up running to open the door for white people. You're unaware. My beautiful black, pregnant, motherly, high vibrational ass walk through this door and you don't get up and open it, you just missed your blessing. And it is what it is. And I got to recognize that. Even for the people that I love. Even for the people that I love. There are people that I love that are going to miss the blessing of engaging with me. How? I need to understand that. I need to accept that. Everybody is not privy. Everybody is not privileged enough. Everybody is not worth my love and my energy. I got to accept that. I got to accept that. I have to accept that. I have to accept it. And that's hard to accept when you are a person like me who has always been a giver of love. Always. But Dream told me this a long time ago. Ooh, Iman, I love that. Everybody is not my assignment. And I know some people who I want to love on and I want to build with and I want to have a relationship with, but you are not my assignment. And so the song that comes to mind is Jill Scott's song, I keep moving forward. I keep pressing onward. I keep smiling when I come through and I cry when I need to. Facts. That is me. I keep smiling when I come through and I cry when I need to. And for the last 3 days, I've needed to cry in the acceptance that everyone is not worthy of my love. That everyone cannot receive my love. Everybody cannot understand my love. And that sometimes, even in the love that I have to give, people are going to be upset. People are not going to be understanding. No matter how much love I have to give and I want to give, there are people who are not going to be able to receive it. I need to accept that. There are going to be people who are not going to be able to reciprocate my love. There are people who are not going to be able to reciprocate your love. It just is what it is. Oh, but those people who do, it's a beautiful thing. Iman, God, I feel the love from you. All of y'all who are in here in the chat right now, I feel the love from you. Mook, when we talked on the phone yesterday, I felt the love from you. Dream, I can't wait till you get home from picking up us some food because I want to love on you. And you just walked in the house. Everybody is not ready to receive your love. And we got to understand, I got to understand that everybody is not worthy of my love. Some people got to stay slaves. Okay. Some people got to stay slaves. Some people got to stay slaves. I am only giving love to people who are sovereign beings. Or striving to be. striving to be. I got to understand that even my family, can I see my light? Can I see my love? Cannot understand my love. They can't. There are some who can't. Like my father, my dad, y'all, he sees my love. My mother sees my love. They don't understand it, but they see it. They get it. They see it. They get it. They don't understand where it comes from or how I'm even this way. Because my upbringing, y'all, I grew up with a single mother who is a Leo, who is a lioness, she don't take no bullshit. She still don't. That's the type of mother I grew up with. I grew up with a father who is very go with the flow. He really out there, but he was when we were growing up, he was very what we perceive to be self-centered. And so I grew up with these two totally different spectrums, right? And it's so different. I also grew up with feeling like the only way that I was receiving love was from what I could do. How many of y'all have ever experienced that? Where you feel like you only receive love based off of what you can do, how successful you are, what are your grades, and yes, you're right. I've always been different, y'all. I've always been, the outlier. I've always been the black sheep. I've always been the person who came with a totally different perspective. And people were always looking at me like, damn, girl, why you gotta be so deep? All of my friends growing up, y'all, they would say something and it would trigger me spiritually and it would have me all in other realms. And I would be like, oh, that's what this is from a spiritual perspective. And they would, why you gotta be so deep? Ain't nobody trying to talk about that right now. I'm like, damn, like this is basic to me. You feel like that too, little brother? I've always been that way. And so because people could not understand who I was internally, they could only accept and appreciate when I was in the gym balling and shit. Oh yes, Dreamer's Beauty. They was like, you killing the mood. How am I killing the mood? Because I'm trying to talk to y'all about something that we are experiencing right now. Like we are in this spiritual time zone warp thing right now. And y'all are telling me, I'm asking them, y'all don't see what's happening right now? It's some spiritual shit happening right now. Y'all don't see that? Y'all don't see how we just did that, and that? Yup. I'm killing. Oh, so y'all want to ignore the truth of what's going on right now? And so because I was that person, my mother, some of my brothers, not all my brothers, I ain't gonna call you out, DJ Waller. My mother, cousins, it was, and I will be honest, my father, he let me be my different self. Like I said, my father was it's still now to this day, kind of a go with the flow, do what you want to do type person. But my mother, oh no, strict Christian, is this, and this. And so I grew up around the family who had that same kind of mentality. So whenever I would let my light shine and I would be who I am, what you talking about? Be quiet. We don't want to hear that. You need to shut up. So I grew up feeling like the only way my love was received and the only way I felt love was based off of what I could do. And so what did I do? I did a couple of things. I used to sing in the church choir. Y'all know I love to sing. You go look at some of my videos I sing. I used to be a lead singer in the church choir. Ooh, they used to make my mama so proud. She at the back I was a star athlete. That is not me just talking shit. I'm Googleable. You can type my name in. Don't do that though, because y'all don't need my history. But you can type my name in Google and you're going to find a slew of information on me. Playing sports. College. Conference. Most valuable player. Okay? Always excelled. Schoolwork, excelled. Anything that I did, I excelled in. And I did that. Babe, can you call the Cool Geeks people? And I did that. And I did that, and that's what made me feel like I was loved and appreciated. Actually, Instagram people, y'all gonna have to meet me on YouTube because these people coming to look at our house, and I need to answer to them. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gonna have to come to YouTube on Instagram. Bye. Yeah, and so y'all on YouTube, I can keep talking to y'all. So I was always just feeling like the only way that I was loved and appreciated was from what I could do. It was from what I could do. And so it's just crazy, y'all. And so because that was my reality, I never truly felt like I could give the love that I wanted to give. Okay? Hold on. We got some AC people. Should have been calling Justin, babe. Y'all, all right, let me get off of here, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being on here with me. Let me get off of here and call these people so they can come do what they need to do in our house. I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining me. Thank y'all for all the donations. I'll talk to y'all later.